let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. The field's alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk thought, a touchdown mind. Out of the box every time. No limits, no chains, no walls to climb. We're rewriting the rules in real time. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. No limits, no chains, no walls to climb. We're rewriting the rules in real time. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. Every shot's a story, every cheer's a spark. Under the lights we make our mark. Beyond the scoreboard, beyond the lines. Out of the box, redefining the grind. The grind. Out of the box where the wild ones play, we see the game in a whole new way.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Thursday, 6 p.m., and it is back. Season 2, NFL Weekly Football Talk. My name is Paul Spencer. That man right there is Dan Connor. Dan, how you been, brother? It's been an entire year.
It's been an entire year, and the Giants' offense is still shit, so it's still the same.
Well, hey,
But there were some good
what's
games
another
week
year?
1 for sure. So,
Exactly. Well, you know what, Dan? Let's jump into it. We didn't recap last week, so how about we pick one game, my game, your game? We'll start with the season opener, man. Sunday
Yeah.
Night Football. Dallas Cowboys visit the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, the raising of the banner, dropping of the banner. I could care less about that. But here's the thing. The game opened up, with all the hype about Parsons leaving, But, hey, new team, new year with the Dallas Cowboys. But, Dan, it started with something called spit bait, Dan. Spit bait here.
I still can't believe Jalen Carter fucking did that shit. I just don't understand. They ended up still winning the game,
Right.
but I just don't understand. And that was like the thing about him, like one of the things I guess they said. I was like, oh, he'll be okay, but supposedly he's not. He will do stuff like that sometimes. He did the same thing in college a little bit. So you need some people around him, and I just don't understand why he did that. And I guarantee you, he definitely had talked to by the veterans on that team.
Oh, definitely know, Dan. As soon as
It's
he went
something
back
Barkley would never do,
No, 100%. But here's the thing,
or
Dan,
any of them.
here's the thing to me, going back and watching that game, of course, watching it live, I had to go back and watch it for a little bit because, there was a lot of PR talk about it. But the one thing I did notice, now, there was a lot of beef on Twitter between, Jalen Carter and Tyler Booker, the rookie for the Dallas Cowboys, saying you couldn't guard me, what have you. But here's my thing, going back and watching that, I think Jalen Carter was trying to talk to Tyler Booker prior to that game there because Booker was the one in front of him and Dak was behind him. So at this
Yeah.
point, I'm thinking like, okay, you know what? Hey, I'm the leader for the team. Dak's going to step up. He spit on the ground. I seen that. But the thing was, Dan, I went back and watched it. There was a wink by Dak Prescott. It was like, I'm a veteran. Are you going to take the bait here? Jalen Carter got the out of the box idiot of the week, Dan. He got the idiot of the week.
The bait.
He took the bait, Dan. But moving forward from that, Dan, I thought Dallas was going to stay in the game, but Dan, 7 straight possessions to open the game, scoring-wise, in the first, all the way up to the beginning of the third quarter here.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that, Dan. I would have never thought that.
No.
It was kind of crazy going that first quarter, Dan. I mean, who would have thought Javonte Williams would be your 2 touchdown guy. I never thought that because the Dallas
I'm not
running.
surprised. Javonte Williams is so talented back. If you give him a little bit of blocking, he is talented.
Yeah, I mean that is true. But I was going into that game thinking, okay, what is our offensive line, Dan? I mean, 4 new starters
Oh
in their
yeah, of
second
course.
position in different positions. That scared
Yeah,
me. You know,
I
Tyler
thought they
Booker,
played
got
well
rookie.
for the most part.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, that line really played well. Booker was pancaking people to the
So
second
that's
level.
good. That's a good
It
sign
looks
for
good.
them. It's a
It looks good.
positive.
It definitely does. But Dan, the Eagles defense, I mean, they didn't have really a solution for the offense. I mean, was it rust? What do you think it was for the Eagles?
Probably a little rust. There's always rust in week one, no matter what. You know, both teams
True.
are playing on top of their game on both sides of the ball.
That is
So
true.
that's,
That is
that's
true.
just obvious. Week one, it's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
But if you're a Dallas fan, even though you lost the game, at least there are a good amount of positives for them. You know,
And
I
you
don't
know,
know if that means week one, but it's better than I think it's better than you thought as a Cowboys fan it would go. I'm guessing.
agree.
But
Agree. I
Jalen
mean,
Carter helps, obviously.
oh yeah, him being out definitely helps,
But
Dan. But the one
still,
thing I want to say is thank you for Adoree Jackson. Thank you for letting us play Adoree Jackson because wherever he was, I mean, that's where we lined up the pass. You know,
he's
the
long in the tooth now. I mean, he's still serviceable, I think, sometimes, but he's not what he once was.
No, agree 100%. I mean, when you hold Saquon Barkley to 60 yards, you know, and Hurts got he won the game with his
A good
legs, Dan.
job.
I'll give you that. Yeah, he did
Yeah.
a great job on the ground running the ball. The only thing I could say to the Dallas Cowboys was you didn't run a spy at all for first quarter to fourth quarter. That cost you the game. But then
Yeah,
I
you
go
should
back
have
and look.
probably.
Yeah, I go back and look at Dan. I don't know who they could have ran on as a spy. I mean, Kenneth Murray played lights out. You know, 9 tackles, led the team. But
It's
my thing
hard
was, it is.
with the
But
mobile quarterbacks.
my thing is you really didn't have a guy to stand there. Now, if Overshawn was in, that might have been a different story. He can keep up with a
Oh yeah.
quarterback, you know, things like that. I think to me, I'm really satisfied with the way the Dallas Cowboys, even though the L's in the column, Dan, I'm kind of happy with how we looked moving forward. You know, especially work on what you didn't do well in the week one and what better ways to play the Giants. Another division rival. It's going to be strong up front. But I know, Dan, you know,
You'll have your opportunities versus the Giants for sure, but I don't know how that game's gonna go either.
gotcha.
For us, I got no fucking idea. But for Dallas, you have some positives and you were competitive at least.
Exactly.
Being competitive is what I want to see. Even if you lose, at least compete. At
Right.
least challenge it. Don't lay down or something like that.
Mhm.
But your offense, I think, will get better as the season goes on. I think, and you have Lamb and Pickens, and they'll be all right.
Yeah, yeah, and we got you know opportunities for people to come back to. Jaden Blue comes back, you know, in week 3. He's not on IR. They didn't put him out. He was just
Mhm.
inactive, so might possibly be back this week. So we'll talk about that.
It's also
But
a good rivalry to start the season. I think. I think it's
yeah, it's a measuring stick
Cowboys
for
Eagles.
us.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. It's
Yep.
it's always nice to see an NFC East
Oh yeah.
lead off the season.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we
In my
got back to
opinion.
back games, which we'll talk about. You know, Giants, Cowboys in a little bit. But Dan, how did you see the
Yeah,
Giants in the week 1 this week before we
their
jump to week
offense
2?
was horrible.
Agree.
Their offense was horrible. I don't know what to say. Their offensive line was absolutely atrocious. Like their interior linemen played worse than they played last year. Like
Oof.
that's how
Oof.
bad they were. You know, James Hudson, Van Roten played awful. JMS got pushed into the quarterback all game. That guy's got no strength,
Yeah.
and it's the same old story. Your
Yeah.
offense sputters. Your defense had them in that game like 3 quarters of that fight. It was 14-6,
Yeah.
like with 9 minutes left in the game. So
Mhm.
it's the same old shit. The offensive line, no Andrew Thomas. I think Andrew Thomas would be in this week, so that's big. But
Was he a healthy scratch, Dan? What was wrong with
he
Andrew
didn't
Thomas?
practice today, but he's on the depth chart.
Okay. Okay.
So he still hasn't practiced. I don't know if they're just being cautious, but he hasn't had a full practice this week.
Okay. All right.
So,
Dan,
but yet, I
I
don't
was
know, man.
I was watching on Twitter, Dan. I don't know if this was a meme thing on there. You watched the entire game. I was flipping through all games and everything,
Mhm.
but there was one play where Abdul Carter was rushing Jaden Daniels. I mean,
Yeah,
on a full blown blitz, and he looked like he stood up in front of him, just waved his hands like he was trying to look at him, like spy him, instead
that's
of
what they,
going in. Instead
that's
of
what
going in for the
that's what
sack,
that
what happened?
that's what Bowen called.
Just to go in his face and put a pressure in his face and not tackle him?
No, I have to go back and see which play
Okay.
because there was
I'll put it in the group chat, Dan, because I looked at it and there was a play where Abdul Carter came off the right side edge and he was about 3 or 4, maybe I'm going to say 3 yards away from Daniels. Daniels was still in his prime, looking to throw the ball, like looking at his progression. And Carter just full blown stopped on a dime and put his hands up in the air, like waving his hands like
Well,
this,
maybe he
like
thought he was going to throw it at that point or something. Because
because
Jane Daniels
yeah,
does that.
it was weird. I mean, I was like, he's full blown blitz here. What is he doing? Just
Yeah,
going
yeah,
and pressure.
but the game is on the line, right?
Mhm. I don't know when it
Burns is
was. I don't know when it was. I
no,
have
no,
no idea.
I'll
Yeah.
give you an example. The game was on the line. It was like a 3rd and long in the 4th quarter,
Mhm.
14-6. No Burns, no Thibodeau in the game on the down.
That's well, damn. Maybe they were gassed because that offense was, moving the ball, and all they were doing is
No,
three and
no,
outs.
no, 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 no.
Maybe that's what it was.
No, I'm sorry, but games on the line. Carter, Thibodeau, Burns have to be on the field
Oh, regardless if you're
to
tired or
start
all,
a
your
game.
stars have to be there. Your stars
Those
have to be
three,
there.
Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeau, Burns, and Carter, should be on the field the opening series of every football game.
Oh, agree.
Every
Especially, yeah.
And Bowen didn't do that. They
Yeah.
made an excuse. Oh, he's on special teams, so we can't play him more on defense.
No, if you need to be out there,
He's
you need to be fine.
I'm gonna say one thing. He's your number 3 pick, number 2, whatever.
Mhm.
Like this guy needs to play.
Yeah.
And McFadden got hurt, and I'm putting him at inside linebacker like now.
Yeah.
I'm playing Muasau. I'm playing Abdul Carter at inside linebacker, and then I'll move him situationally.
Agree.
I'll
Agree about
stunt
that.
to the outside from the inside because he played inside linebacker. He played that position. He was
Gotcha.
pretty outstanding at it. So I want it to be Burns, Okereke, Carter, and Thibodeau on the field 75% of the time.
Oh, agree. I agree with that 100%. 100%. 100%.
Guy like Abdul Carter needs to be on the field, but like I said, it's about our offense. Russell Wilson looked like shit, and his leash just got shorter.
Yeah, I
by
agree.
a lot.
We might be saying Jackson Dart, pretty maybe in the second game here. But let's
Let's
move
see
on.
if-
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
exactly.
Go ahead.
No,
Let's-
we can move on. That's all I gotta say. Giants offense is the same bullshit. Offensive line and back quarterback play.
I hear you. All right, let's move on to week 2, Dan. Tonight we got an opening game here. Thursday Night Football. Washington Commanders visit the Green Bay Packers. Dan, how do you see this game? I mean, both teams are 1-0 coming to the season after week 1. Let's talk about the Redskins, Dan. Commanders, excuse me, politically
I
correct
think
here.
I think the Commanders are going to win this game in a close game, less than 7.
What do you think the keys
Well-
are? I'm going opposite. I'm going Green Bay.
The keys, obviously, keeping pressure off of Daniels.
Agree.
Him staying on schedule.
Mhm.
For the Packers, obviously Parsons is they want to get to the quarterback, stop the run, make it tough for them.
Yeah.
So that's, and also their secondary is also pretty good. But I
Agreed.
do think Jay Daniels has this way about him
hmm
where he comes up in the clutch. He
Yeah.
comes up in big moments. Even though it's only his second year, he is like that. Jay Daniels is tough. So if you're not on top of your game defensively, he'll scamper. Even you've got Parsons, he'll scamper for a first down. He'll make those little plays. He's really good like that. But I think both teams are good. But I have a feeling that Washington's going to eke it out because they played really well. They didn't play amazing. They had a
Mhm.
lot of drops. Defense, they played well against us. And Jay Daniels played very efficiently, extremely efficiently. And that's the thing about it. I'm not saying the Packers can do it, but I'm going to say the Packers are going to win, reverse of what Michael said in the comments.
Oh, I didn't even pull the comments.
27-24, 27-20. Both teams score in the 20s easy.
Okay, so I like Green Bay being Washington 20,
Yeah.
27-19. I think it's a little bit closer than that, but I'm going to flip it. Dan, I'm going to go Washington. I'm going to go Packers actually winning this game, just
Yeah,
like
they're
Mike
home
said.
too.
Yeah, they're
So-
home as well. That's an advantage. But last week watching the Commanders, their front four, Dan Armstrong, Payne, Kinlaw, and Wise. I mean, they are arguably a really top defensive front
They
four.
split us all game.
Yeah.
They destroyed our offensive line.
And I think, with this Packers team, you're going to have Frankie
Green
Louvu,
Bay's better.
playing a really good game this week too. But
Yeah.
really surprised me was Eckler and Merritt. I like this rookie Merritt at running back.
I like
Washington
Merritt.
has.
Yeah, I like Merritt.
He's solid.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty solid.
Yeah, he played well. Eckler is good. Eckler's experienced.
hmm
But to me, it's if they can protect Jaden Daniels, he can play efficiently. I think they'll win the game. The
Yeah.
key for Green Bay is getting pressure on him,
Mhm.
and then obviously scoring
Agree.
on offense.
And I think you're right 100%. I think Parsons is going to be a changer in this game. I think he
Oh
plays,
yeah, he'll make
you
an
know,
impact
oh,
no
he
matter what.
definitely
He
will.
always does.
He definitely will. But I think, just like you said, Jane Daniels is one of those guys, Dan. He's going to find a way. He's going to run right at him, and he's going to make the right decisions because the old saying was what, cooler than a cucumber. This guy is cool as a cucumber. I mean,
Yeah,
he doesn't, nothing rattles him. Nothing rattles this kid, Dan, in his
that's
sophomore
why.
year.
That's one thing I
You
notice
know,
about him. He just doesn't get rattled, and you really need to put a
yeah,
lot of pressure on him to do that. You can't. But Parsons will definitely help their pass rush big time because
yeah,
they're going to
yeah.
be going after Daniels. I think that's what you have to do versus them. You can't let him
Yep.
sit back there. You got to make him make a quick decision or pressure
Mhm.
him to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, and it doesn't get any easier, Dan. I mean, the Green Bay Packers, I mean, they're solidified at running backs. Josh Jacobs, wide receivers,
They
they're
can run the
stacked.
ball really well.
Jalen,
Yeah,
yeah. Jalen Reed, you're talking about Matthew Golden that is picked up, Romeo Dobbs, and Tucker
yeah.
Kraft at tight end. They're loaded, but
Like I think Washington's good up front, but I don't think they're top. I think they're just solid.
yeah,
They have
because I was
Payne,
waiting for the
but
inactives, and the
no
inactives
one
haven't
else
come out
really
yet.
worries me about them. Luvo, is he on the Washington
Yeah,
or Green Bay?
Frankie
So
Louisville's on Washington.
yeah, he's a good player, but
Yep.
their defense doesn't scare me necessarily, to be honest. Even though we looked awful,
Yeah,
their
agreed.
offense is really good. I'm not saying it's like you know what I'm saying. I'm not as worried
Mhm.
about I think Green Bay's defense is better than Washington's for sure,
I don't know. I mean, see,
or
to
will
me,
be.
Dan, yeah, week one to me, I mean, I really can't pinpoint a lot of
Oh, I'm
teams in
not
week
basing it
one.
off week one. I'm basing it off
Yeah.
they upgraded with Parsons, and their defense
Oh,
wasn't horrible last year.
oh, yeah. Parsons adds so much, Dan. I mean, to that
That's
defense.
all.
I mean, it's
That's it.
guaranteed a sack every week. But the thing is, too, it well, their left front line is really good as well, Dan. So I like the Packers. I like
Yeah,
the Packers tonight. I'm gonna go. To me, Dan, I'm going to go 24-19 Packers tonight. I don't think it's a blowout. I think it's a close game because you're not going to blow out, Jaden Daniels because he'll take
yeah,
what they give you. He'll throw dunks and dinks and dunks if he has to. The run game is there. I
yeah.
like Kingsbury. He's not going to let the game get out of hand. And Dan Quinn, he's a great defensive guy, so I don't think it's going to get out of hand. I'm going to go 24-19 Packers, Dan.
Yeah, it
All
could
right,
go either way. Both teams are good.
agree.
Both teams are playoff teams.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Okay, let's go on real quick to the next game. Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, all I know is the Bengals last week. They looked good. They looked bad at both times, Dan. But
I mean
the
Baltimore,
Jaguars,
Cleveland.
yeah. I mean, but
Well, Baltimore's
Jacksonville.
playing in Cleveland.
I'm sorry. Did I say Cincinnati? Did I say Cleveland? Baltimore. I said
Well,
okay.
we're doing Baltimore
Cincinnati.
that or Jacksonville
Let's do
Bengals.
Jacksonville. Let's do Jacksonville. I'm sorry there. Yeah. I mean, now Trevor Lawrence is okay. He's not banged up right now. Trevor Etienne's playing very well.
I picked the Bengals.
I do too. Is there any way, we won't go through like every game precisely, Dan, but is there any way Jacksonville can win this game?
If Cincinnati turns the ball over 3 or 4 times, yes, I think. Their defense sucks.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to keep pace offensively with the Bengals, I think. Even though the Bengals didn't play the best line,
Right.
they have 17,
Hmm.
but the Bengals always start off slow, and
Yeah.
I don't think the Jags are a good football team.
I don't think so either. I think definitely Cincinnati wins this game probably by 10 to 13 points, Dan. I
I
can
think the
say that
matchup
earlier.
doesn't favor Jacksonville
No,
defensively.
not at all. I mean, the key matchup that I want to look at is Travis Hunter because they did say Travis Hunter is going to be getting more
Yeah,
snaps on D. I want to see how he goes up against arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL, Jamar Chase. And he did say he's going to shadow him.
I am interested. I'm very interested to see how he plays.
I am too. I am too.
I
I
just
can't
want
wait
to
to know.
see how he does because I know a lot of people think he can't do. It's just interesting. It's an interesting matchup about that game. So, yeah, because you want to see Travis Hunter because he's such a high pick. He's got
Exactly.
such praise coming out of college. So let's see if what I'm saying. But I think the Bengals will win the game. I just think they're a better team,
Yeah, and I'm not
especially
worried.
offensively.
I'm not worried about Travis Hunter's snap count. I know this kid can do it, Dan. He played,
Yeah,
13 games in college. He can do
yeah,
that. I'm not worried about. I just want to see how he stacks up against the NFL's best wide receiver, in Jamar Chase. But
yeah.
let's go to the next game: Chicago versus Detroit. All right, Chicago, Dan. Here's the thing: Chicago was in that game all the way to the very end, had a chance
Yes,
to
they
win
were.
the game,
Yeah,
and to me, Kevin O'Donnell, there's a difference between being a head coach and an OC, Dan. He could have won that game and left a lot of time on that clock, Dan. In that fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go, one timeout. regardless of that play, or even with the play happened to DJ Moore, you're down to the 20-yard line. You're still down 10, Dan. Kick the ball right there. Get a field goal. Okay.
Yep.
That takes 5 seconds on the clock. You're down to 2:13, Dan. 1 timeout plus a 2-minute warning. You
Yep.
kick the field goal. You're at
take the points.
2:13. You kick the ball downfield. And I got to give it to Minnesota. They ran the ball out. O'Donnell was genius. Told the guy to come out of the end zone, ran past the 2-minute warning. But a play is not going to take 13 seconds, Dan, on that kickoff.
No.
So let's say you get even at 2:07, 2:06. They have to run a play. That's one play. And then you have a 2-minute warning. And then you have the timeout, Dan. Dan, you only have to really regard 4th down. You could have had a minute and 30, minute 45 on the clock. You ended up with 13 seconds left on the clock, Dan,
It's
by
horrible
going for a
time
touchdown.
management.
It is.
It's almost like what was the Bears game last year? They had a disaster like that.
Yeah, it was against the Commanders last year.
Did they do a very similar thing where they wasted all this time?
I believe it was. I think it was the
So
Commanders game.
how does that happen again with a different head coach?
It's bad management by a head coach, Dan. And I love
That's
Ben Johnson.
unbelievable. They did it twice.
Yeah, I love Ben Johnson as OC, but it's when you have more on your plate, Dan, as a head coach, it's harder because the fact that you could have had a minute and 45 left on that clock to drive down, Dan. A minute 45 left, and all you need is a field goal. Regardless, you do need a touchdown. But Dan, I'll take my chances with a minute 45.
Time management, and it's not very smart. That's inexperience as a head coach.
Agree. Mike going back, he says Packers 31, Commanders 20. Okay, I'm right around that like 7-point range. But yeah, I mean, it's a bad management. I'd rather go into a game down 7 with a minute 45 with no timeouts than going into down 7 on a kickoff at 13 seconds with no timeouts. It just doesn't make sense. But how do you see this game? I like Detroit in this game really bad. I mean, their offense still is loaded. Gibbs, Montgomery, Amon St. Brown, Jameis Williams.
Detroit had 13 points left. They'll be more motivated.
Yes. Yeah.
And also, the Bears aren't as good.
And I tell you what, the key to beating Caleb Williams is you got to put that extra guy in the box, Dan. That 4th quarter when Flores figured it out, he put that extra guy blitzing Caleb Williams. He looked completely lost.
Put pressure on him. He gets rattled, and that's the key for a lot of even Jane Daniels. You got pressured like that, he'd get rattled. That's the key.
Yep. And it showed last week with Caleb Williams. I mean, he played an okay game first 3 quarters, but that 4th quarter when Flores said, okay, you know what? Let me go back to the blueprint and let me find how to beat this guy. You put pressure on him. He looked completely lost. So what do you got this score, Dan? You think it's a big blowout? I'm gonna go 33-18. Lions.
I'm gonna say 30-10.
30-10. Okay. All right, let's go on to the next game. San Francisco versus Saints here. Now, Brock Purdy is out 1 to 2 weeks is what I'm hearing now.
Who's playing for him?
We got Mac Jones starting tonight or starting Sunday.
Playing for New Orleans?
It is going to be most likely Spencer Rattler.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, pick your poison, Dan. Which way you want to go?
49ers.
You're still going 49ers?
Why? Do you know why I say that?
Tell me.
They have a better roster.
Better roster, okay. But
I don't know what the Saints are.
Well,
who knows? Mac Jones could go in there and he could just play average. I probably not.
Hey, but the Saints looked good last week for 3 quarters, Dan, all the way up to the very end last week. I mean, they looked okay. I mean, hey, San Francisco's not San Francisco. We're not talking about Steve Young and Montana anymore. McCaffrey, we don't know if he's one injury away from being shelved for the rest of his life. Juwan Jennings is
I almost think it's like a pick'em game, to be honest.
Now, also, there is no tight end. Kittle's out for, he's on the IR. He's out till week 5 coming back. I mean.
All right, so Spencer Rattler is a little bit better than Jones. I'll pick the Saints.
I'm going Saints, Dan. I think this might be
17-13 Saints.
Okay, I'm going to be right in the area, Dan. I'm going to go Saints too, and I'm going to go 14-10 maybe. I don't think there's a lot of scoring in this game.
That makes sense because the San Francisco had 17 and New Orleans had 13 last week. So, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll go 14-10. I'll go 14-10. It's gonna be a situation where a San Francisco 49ers can't sustain offense or something like that. And
That's
look
what it's going to
just
be.
better.
That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. All right,
Saints
let's jump.
ain't much better in my opinion.
No,
but
they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. All right, let's go to the Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Seattle Seahawks.
oh, you didn't
I'm,
want to talk about the Jet game? Okay, Pittsburgh.
I'm just
It's
going to
okay.
go right
No,
now.
it's okay. No, I
Go
thought that
right
was a
now.
good matchup. Pittsburgh, Seattle,
Yeah, let's talk about that game. Aaron Rodgers, man, 4 TDs. He looked
Steelers.
100%. Any way Seattle can win this game? I mean, you don't
Of
believe in it?
course. Of course.
How do they win this
Well-
game?
If Rodgers goes down.
Hey, Mason Rudolph. Yeah, you're right about that one. But I mean,
I just think Rodgers looked pretty good for week one. He hasn't
He
looked
did.
that good in week one in a while.
agree, 100%, 100%. I like how he played last week. You know, the only thing that I didn't like about the Pittsburgh Steelers, Dan, Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell played more than Jalen Warren basically last week. Kind of surprising though.
I don't know why.
Kind of surprising. I mean, Warren was in there the first quarter. I think he had like 12 yards. You know, going in deep in the second quarter. He didn't look like Jalen Warren, but maybe that's the offensive line. Honestly,
Could be.
I don't know. I don't know because we're used to like the backs that Pittsburgh run through the middle. They're bell cows. I didn't see it. Gainwell got more carries really than Jalen Warren last week. So, but
Yeah.
then you look at the other side of it. You look at the Seattle Seahawks. What are they, Dan? I still don't know what they are. Honestly, I really don't.
I have no idea. I
It's
think
hard.
the
It's hard to
Steelers are
pinpoint.
just more put together right now,
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint, Dan, with the Seattle
offensively
Seahawks.
and defensively. It seems.
Yeah, I mean, there's an issue at running back with Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. I don't understand why they're not even getting in the game. Really, they're not throwing the ball. Then when you have a wide receiver like Jack Smith, Jigba, I mean, he's older, but he's a receiver, and you're not using him at all. And I just don't get it, Dan. I'm going to go Pittsburgh. I don't think Rodgers is going to repeat 4 TDs, Dan. I'm going to go 27. 27. I got 27. I got 27. 27-6, 27-18 this week for me. I like that score though. That's a good score. All right, let's go on to another game here. Carolina. Oh boy, Carolina and the Cardinals. How do you feel about this one, Dan?
Man,
Another
I think I
pick'em game. Oh, not really.
I picked Carolina.
I did too. Wait. You picked. Oh, that's right. You did pick Carolina, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Why are you taking
Because-
Carolina though?
It's a pick'em game, I think.
I
I know who to pick.
I hear you. I hear you.
I don't know. Do I pick Arizona? I don't know what Arizona is all the time. They're like,
Arizona.
eh.
Arizona sometimes looks good, but you don't know who you're getting, Dan.
They
I
have
mean,
a defense.
they
Like,
do.
I think Bryce Young will. How did he look last week, Bryce Young?
He looked poised. I mean, better than to me, Dan. He looked like the end of the season, Bryce Young,
That's
where
good.
he was actually showing something.
That's
he
actually
didn't
a
look
good
like a deer in
sign for
headlight.
them.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I thought about it's his third year. He seemed
Mhm.
solid last week, so I'm like, I think they will. When they go Kyler Murray, you never know.
I think Bryce Young possibly could win this game. I mean, Dan, they have the weapons. You
I
have
think
Chuba
they
Hubbard.
have weapons too. Yeah.
You have McMillan. You have the Corey Leggett. And Hunter Renfro's out. He's questionable, but they have the weapons, Dan. They do. But I just think he needs a little bit more time and tutorage to get the timing down with these wide receivers. That's what I'm thinking. But I think Arizona just has the weapons. Arizona smokes Carolina. What? Smokes
Why?
them? I don't know about smoking, though. I don't know about smoking, Mike.
When was the last
Mike,
time
what's
they
your
killed someone?
Yeah, when you're saying smoking, Carolina, what is your score there? Joe checking it. You can check them out every Monday on the
Yeah.
Scully Squad. Please check them out. Make sure you check them out this Monday, of course. They got a big game coming up against the Chiefs, which we're going to talk about right after this game. So, what did Mike say? Bryce Young is fool's gold moving on Carolina. Wow, I don't know.
What?
Hey, listen, there was a bad.
I don't
There
know.
was a. But Mike, listen, he did look bad in the beginning of the season, but after that, they pulled off, I think, 3 out of 4 games.
He turned it around. He played
did.
much more solid towards the end. If he looked like that in week one, that means he's developing.
And the thing
Otherwise,
was,
he looked like shit.
he looked a lot better after he got benched
That's
and
all.
then Andy Dalton came in. Then Andy Dalton looked like crap. Then Bryce Young came in, and you know what?
He played better.
A lot better. I don't want to say, elite or great.
No.
He played a lot better, though. He
For
played a
his
lot better.
standards, better.
Yes. Yep. All right. Mike says 34-13.
Man,
I
don't
don't think
know.
I think it's going to be closer than that. I think Carolina does have a shot to win this game. I really do. So I think
I
both
do.
teams can score. I think both teams can score because you got arguably, Marvin Harrison Jr. is no slouch.
I don't think
McBride,
it's going to be a
tight end.
blowout. That's
Yeah,
all.
McBride at tight end. I think they're loaded, but it's just going to be who shows up, what demon can stop you. I'm going to go 28-23 Cardinals. That's where I'm going to go this week. All right, Dan, let's talk about this game here. Man, oh man. Repeat of the Super Bowl. Now this time Eagles go to KC, Dan. How do you see this game? I mean, truth be told, I really wish KC would win, but I think you picked KC, didn't you?
I did because they're home,
Okay.
and I think they'll play better week 2. I think it's going to be close though.
You think it's going to be close? Okay. Now,
Is Jalen
are you?
Carter suspended a game?
No, he's eligible to play. He's ready to go. He didn't get
That's some
suspended. All he got was a
bullshit.
fine. All he got
That's
was like a
bullshit.
$57,000 fine. That's all he got.
Yeah, but when someone else does it, they get suspended.
Well, Lamar Jackson didn't get suspended this week for pushing that fan.
I think both are very suspension worthy, and Goodell's an idiot.
Okay,
So-
all right. Now,
it tells me it's okay to do that. A fine is
I
doing
I
anything.
can agree in certain ways. I can agree, but are you worried about all these injuries, Dan? Okay, their number one receiver Rice is out. He's on suspension for 6 games.
Yes.
Okay? Worthy is questionable right now. Then your backup Jalen Royals is questionable. So you're going in this game as their number one wide receiver, Hollywood Brown and Juju Schuster, along with Travis
Juju,
Kelce.
who wasn't
Juju.
part of winning the Super Bowl for them that one year.
But Dan, you know all these.
I know
players
he's not worthy, but I still think they're creative enough to possibly win.
See, my thing is you have Andy Reid. I mean, you're giving him a week to prepare for this game. That's
Yeah.
something.
You
I
think
don't care
Andy
who
Reid's
you
not going
have.
to have them ready to play?
I agree.
How many times have
100%.
we said, "Oh, well, look at the Chiefs," and they always end up winning. They always pull something out. They always pull something to win a game. But it happens all the time.
I know a couple of years ago we said they can't win on the road, and they became road warriors. The whole entire playoff system, Dan. So
I'm just
I agree with
saying.
that.
I know they're injured, but I think Kansas City can win a close game. I don't think
Okay.
Philadelphia's going to blow them out.
Okay.
It's not going to be like the Super Bowl.
No, I know. No,
No
it's not
way.
miserable. No, not at all.
Can't be. There's no way it's going to be like that.
No. I mean, I think they do have the weapons to stay with the Philadelphia Eagles on defense to all their offense. I do
They
agree
have
with
to
that.
start out well. They have to have a good. They have to out of the gate. They got to play well on offense, especially.
And I think Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt have to have a big game up the middle. I mean, I think Jalen Carter is going to make a difference, but still, you got to keep this game on the ground and move the sticks because you want to take that Eagles offense off the field, Dan, and get that time management because you
That's
don't
what
have
I'm
the
saying.
weapons.
They better sustain drives, otherwise
Yeah.
the Eagles will score.
Because you don't
That's
have
what
the
I'm looking
weapons to
for
go
in
in
the
a
game.
shootout. You don't have the weapons to be in a shootout, Dan, with this Philadelphia Eagle team when you have nothing on the offense. Hollywood Brown and Juju
No.
Schuster.
But also, how is Casey's defense is good, probably
Right.
better than Dallas is, and
I mean, their front four is good. Carlitas, Chris Jones, Lott and
so
Dana, they're
who
good.
knows? The Eagles could struggle offensively and not score a ton of points either. It's quite possible.
You're right. I mean, the thing is,
Especially
they
running
don't.
the ball.
The only thing is with the KC defense, there's a lot of people out. Dan, I mean, you got Uzuma at their third defensive end. 2 linebackers are out. 2 corners are out. Eric Scott's out from the Dallas Cowboys. So basically, you really are going
Eric
to be
Scott's
down.
a new signing, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a new signing. Yeah, Eric Scott is on IR.
Still got a good
Johnson's
front
out.
though.
Yeah, but you only have 1 corner, Dan, playing the nickel coming over, and it's going to be Kristen Fulton, Noah Williams playing the extra corner if you need somebody if somebody goes down because they are really light at corner. But what's your score on
True.
this game? What's your score on this game?
24-21 KC.
24-21 KC. All right, I'm going to go on the flip
They also
side.
have Spags, who's a pretty good defensive coordinator too, even though they're injured.
Yeah, but the thing is, Spags gave up 300 and some yards last week to Herbert. That's the thing.
Herbert played a great game though.
He did. I mean, I'll give him that. He played a hell
Played
of a
pretty
game.
damn good.
He did. I'll give you that 100%.
He was on point the whole game, and it's
He was.
week
He
1.
was. Oh, he was definitely. I agree.
I know. I get it,
Mhm.
but the Eagles were basically healthy and played all right on offense.
Yeah, you're right. Minus Jalen Carter, I don't think if he's a difference maker, but I'm still going to go Eagles. I think it's a little bit closer. It's not going to be a route like last year.
I wouldn't
I'm
be
going to go.
surprised if the Eagles won the game now because they're more healthy,
Yeah,
so it makes
sure.
logical sense.
Yeah.
But I think it's possible that KC could win the game, and
Okay.
they're home.
I'm gonna go Eagles 31-27. That's what I'm gonna go this week. I think it's a little bit closer than people think. Now the line's only 1.5 right
No,
now.
no, the
Eagles are
reason I
favorite.
say it is both defense. I know they're injured, but maybe I
Okay.
say 20s,
Okay. Let's
both
go
of
on
them.
to the Texans are hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's talk
Mm.
about the Texans first. Man, I don't know where to start, Eddie. When Eddie and I were talking, we talked about the Texans here, and I said I really don't know about this team yet because CJ Stroud, I'm not sold on 100% right now. Nick Chubb is really their bell cow with Damian Price, but Nico Collins and Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk he hasn't showed me anything since even before Carolina, Dan. Honestly,
And he signed that massive contract.
yeah, with a massive contract too. That's the thing, massive contract, overpaid. But I
I
don't
know.
know. I don't know about this team, Dan. I really don't know about this team. Defense is still good, but man, I don't know where to really go with the Texans team. I got to watch them one more week, honestly. I really do.
I picked the Bucks.
I did too. I took the Bucks as well. I mean, the Bucks have a good defense, a solid, offense. Baker Mayfield can put you, anywhere you want to
Yep.
be.
And he
And
could
I love
get you a
Njigba.
comeback. He could make
Yeah.
big plays in the clutch.
And I love Njigba, Dan. I mean, he looks good too. 2 TDs last week. He's complimenting the double team on Mike Evans, and he's showing like, okay, you better double
It's such
team
a
me.
big pickup for them.
Huge pickup. Everybody said
God,
he was too small, but this kid is showing what he can do because
when
he's
you
not
got
getting
when
double
you
teamed.
got the receiver like someone like Evans as well, it makes
Yeah.
it totally different.
Oh, 100%, 100%, 100%. What's your score on this one, Dan? I know you took the Bucks. I took the Bucks as well. I'll give you mine first. I'm
Well,
going to go
26-17.
26-17. Okay. I got it right around the same thing. I'm going to go, yeah, different number. I think it's going to be 27-20. I think the Bucks win this game here. All right, let's go on to the back half of the slate here. Cleveland and Baltimore. Dan, I'll start with this one. I think Baltimore is ready to show you they're going to be pissed off, Dan. They are going to be
They're
pissed
going to be
the hell
pissed.
off.
They're going to be very pissed off
They're going
because
to be pissed.
they gave
Yes.
up a ton of points and probably should have won that game,
Oh,
but they just
man. Yeah.
like it's just amazing how they could lose leads. But the Bills are pretty good when Allen's going. They're
Yeah.
tough, but I think Baltimore win the game by at least 10.
I think so too. I mean,
27-17, 27-16.
okay.
14,
Yeah, I think
something like that.
it's going to be definitely a Baltimore win here. I think King Henry, I call him that because he's crowned the way he ran last week. He ran angry. And to me, Lamar Jackson ran the ball at the right time too. He got a lot of first downs with his legs. But the main thing on this team is Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is playing lights out, man. I mean, I always
It was
thought
good
we always
last
said,
year too.
yeah, we always said Lamar's not the throwing quarterback, but he's putting the ball in the pocket. He's
When
putting
you
the
have
ball.
the right weapons, you can be.
Yeah, and the thing, they're not even using Rashad Bateman and DeAndre Hopkins either. That's the thing. Mark
They
Andrews
don't
got a
really
couple
need
catches,
to. I
but
think Zay Flowers, Flowers and Andrews.
agree. I mean, I
And
like
their
this
run
team.
game.
Yeah, I like this team. I think they're going to be really pissed off this week. I feel that it could possibly be a 2-touchdown game for me, Dan. I'm going to go Baltimore. Hell, I think Baltimore's going to be a little pissed off. I think they're going to win 37-23. That's what I'm
I
thinking.
think Cleveland just doesn't have enough offensively to keep up with them.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing, Dan. Now
Cleveland's
that
defense
Baltimore,
is good though.
they are good. But here's the thing. I think that defensive front from the Baltimore Ravens gets pressure on Flacco because Flacco can't run, Dan. He can't
He
run.
can't move.
He can't move. Then Dylan Sampson, Jerome Ford, Quinshon Junkins is going to be out this week, is what I'm hearing again. I mean, I think Baltimore just has the weapons. I just feel it. I think it's a blowout, 14-point win here. All right, let's go. Dan, how about we save that game for last? Let's save that New York Cowboy game for last. Let's skip that one. Let's go New England Dolphins. How do you feel there?
Pass.
Dolphins look like shit last week. Well, let's just say
New
it. They
England,
look like shit.
like dog shit. New England did look much better, but they looked awful.
Which team
Like,
looked
they
worse?
looked-
Dan, the Dolphins looked like shit. They
Miami.
looked like the worst team in the NFL last week.
Miami,
did.
Daniel Jones killed them.
That's what I mean. That's how bad they look. When Daniel Jones puts you to shame, yeah, you're bad. But
Yeah, the whole Daniel Jones, we'll see how that is. But I think the Patriots will win, but I don't think they'll score a lot of points, to be honest.
you don't think so?
17. You know what? I'll say 20-10
Okay.
Pats.
Well, Dan, let me ask you this real quick. I agree. I think the Pats win this game. I got the Pats. I think I put the Pats on my list on the host list this week. What I'm going to ask you, what is the issue with the Miami Dolphins? Okay, Tua, A-Chain, now Jalen Wright, a rookie. He's a solid back out of Tennessee. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Dan, what are we missing here? Is the coach Mike McDaniel just an idiot? What is this?
I think he is an idiot.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I
I'll
just
I'll
don't-
give him credit. I think some of his stuff is creative on offense, but he doesn't have a
yeah.
hold of that team. They weren't prepared.
They didn't look prepared at all. Offense,
And
side
when
of
you're
the
not
ball,
prepared,
defense, side of the ball.
that goes to coaching, just like us,
Agree.
just like
I
other
mean-
teams. You're not prepared. I'm looking at your coaching.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. I don't think Mike McDaniels is a solid coach, not even a mediocre coach. I mean, he's had teams, and he's had this same team opposite of Jalen, right? Or what's his name? The running back this year. That's the only piece that they added on offense. Dan, they've had the same team for 3 years now, and they haven't done anything. But
Nope.
yeah, man,
Not
I think it's gonna be
surprised.
low. I think Miami turns. You know what? I think Miami does score this week. I think they're at home. New England, it's a little bit
I don't know
hotter
what
there. I don't even know,
I don't
honestly.
know.
I'm gonna go 19-13. But God, I don't even know who's gonna win this game, Dan. Honestly,
It seems like
teams,
a score between those teams. That's what it
yeah.
might be like.
I mean, to me,
Bunch
you
of
know
field
what?
goals and a touchdown for
I
each
think
team or
I
something.
actually did take the Dolphins 19-13. I forgot even who I can't even remember how I picked on this one, Dan. Honestly, that's how bad it
I
is
took
to me.
the Dolphins because they look pretty bad. I think this is going to look bad for a few weeks. That's all.
Okay.
But the Patriots are not. Colts, Patriots. I guess the Colts are better. Yes.
I don't know. When you see Danny Jones light up a team, you don't know how bad the other team is.
I
But
threw for
you know,
260 something yards, so it's not like he had 500 yards and 4 touchdowns.
yeah, that's true.
Quite efficient.
All right. Bills and Jets, Dan. Bills, man. Jesus God, they look
I
so
picked the
good.
Jets
I know. I seen it. That's why I want to ask you about this one.
because I think the Jets will score points this time. That's all.
You think they will score? Okay.
I was impressed they scored as many points as they did versus the Steelers, even though it's week 1.
Now you know the good thing for the
They
Bills.
lost, but Aaron Rodgers played great
did.
too. So
But see, here's
great
the thing.
game,
Here's the thing with the
competitive,
Buffalo Bills.
and
Here's
they're due.
okay. Here's the thing for the Buffalo Bills. It's a mirror of who you're playing last week. Lamar Jackson is a running quarterback, and so is Justin Fields. So
Yep.
whatever you did well last week, you want to keep it. Whatever you didn't do well, there's always film to go back and watch this.
Of course.
I'm not saying his speed is exactly the same, Dan, but there are weapons on the field.
Justin
Breece Hall-
Fields can make plays with his legs,
Oh,
period.
yeah, and you
But he
have a
didn't just
solid
look
running
good with
back.
his legs, he looked good throwing the ball,
Agree.
which
And the-
is a surprise.
And the Jets have running backs. They're not, Derrick Henry, Brees Hall, and Braylon Allen are solid
They're
running backs.
very good.
Garrett Wilson, Josh Reynolds, and Tyler Johnson are 3 good
And
wide
they do have a
receivers.
defense, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the way they played last week, I think they are solid. They competed, stayed with the Pittsburgh Steelers from first to fourth quarter. I like the Jets, but I just got to go with the veterans here. The Buffalo Bills,
Oh, I
the way they looked
understand
last
that.
week. Unless there's a slouch from week 1 to week 2, Dan, I'm going to go Buffalo in a close one. I'm probably going to go. I think both teams can score. I'm going to go 34-31, Dan, Buffalo.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like that. I'm going 31-28 Jets.
Okay.
I mean, Allen could go late in the game and do his thing like he does sometimes. So
Agree. I think it's going to be. To me is probably going to be one of the games that I'm definitely going to be checking in that 4:00 hour.
I think it's
It's-
going
I
to be a
think it's
good
1
game.
o'clock.
I don't think the Jets are going to get rolled over, to be honest.
Agree. Let's go to the Rams to the Titans here, Dan. I tell you what, I like Cam Ward. I like Cam Ward though. I like Cam Ward. He looks
Yeah.
good. He's solid. I think he's really good. But I think they're still building in the process. They need more weapons. It's the future of a look of what we're going to see for the Tennessee Titans, Dan. But the Rams are just too strong, Dan. I mean, they're loaded. They're loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded. Another week for Stafford to get his shots in his back, another week to feel healthy. I think this team will probably blow them out. I'll go first. I'm going to go Rams 34, Tennessee Titans 17. I think they double them up this week.
31-10.
31-10. Well, you got them by 21. I got them 17. You got them by 21. I agree with you
Rams.
100% there. Okay. Let's go to the next game. Denver versus that Danny Dimes-led Indianapolis Colts team, Dan. How do we look on this
Denver.
one?
The
Now,
only reason I'm picking Denver is because they have a really good defense.
they do. And you know what? The way Bo Nix played last week, he can't play bad both back-to-back weeks, Dan. You know what I mean? He cannot.
Yeah, like I said, it's
It's week one.
It's he still scored 20, but still, I
Right.
think that Denver will play a better game. I think they'll beat. I just think they're a better team than the Titans are overall.
I agree. What score did you have on this one?
I'm gonna say this one.
Yeah. Colts Denver Broncos.
24-10. Denver.
24-10. I kind of feel the same way you do, man. I mean, Bo Nix, even though they put
Let's
up
say
20
30,
last week.
but I think 30 is pushing it for them.
Yeah, Bo Nix, he to me, I just remember Bo Nix of, 2024, 2025. He looked good running the ball, throwing the ball. Last week he didn't show that. Danny Jones is not going to repeat what he did. This is Denver Broncos.
Well,
This ain't Miami
that too.
Dolphins.
I think that I think the Colts. I think they're gonna have trouble with their defense.
I think so
Jones
too.
will have trouble with their defense.
I agree. I'm gonna go Broncos 29, Colts. Give them a couple field goals, maybe 3 field goals. That's 9 plus a touchdown. I'm gonna go 29-16, Denver. Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
that seems
Yeah.
right.
All right, let's go to the next game here. Let's talk about this one. Atlanta Falcons, who played a hell of a week last week, Dan. I mean, they look good against Minnesota, which, God, man, J.J. McCarthy, kid, I'm going to tell J.J. McCarthy right now. If anybody's listening, J.J. McCarthy, props to you, buddy, because you showed some damn heart.
You
showed
definitely
mojo.
learned a lot while sitting last year. You can tell.
Dan, he played bad the first 3 quarters, but that last 15 minutes, Dan, he grew up really quick for a
They
22-year-old
said
kid.
about him when he was drafted, he's resilient, tough. He's a gamer.
Yeah,
That's what I liked about him. He's he'll like, and it showed up in that game.
It did. I mean, you know what? I give credit to Kevin O'Donnell too for not, benching the kid, because Dan, during that game, they showed the offensive line like, who the fuck is this guy?
How you can't bench him? It's his first start like ever.
No. I mean, I'm not bench him, but I mean, like, lose faith in the kid. Just run the ball.
You
But
can't,
no, they
you
put the
can't
ball
do
in
that
his
because
hands.
if you do that, he'll lose confidence. You cannot do that. You have to take it, no matter how it goes.
They put the ball in his hands. A rookie quarterback, you're going to, okay, run the ball. We're not down that bad. We can come back. But they put the ball in his hands to let him throw downfield. And I'm talking, Dan, we're talking windows, a ball this big, and that's where he put it. The kid has it, Dan. I mean, can he repeat it this week?
With his legs too. I don't know. He might not have to. Well, I
Agreed.
think it'll be a good game. I think Minnesota ekes it out by 3. 27-24 Minnesota.
Wow. Okay. Dan, I think this is going to be a shootout. I really do, for some
Yeah.
reason. I mean, I think it is. I took Minnesota here, but I was almost thinking about Atlanta, Dan, the way they played last week. They played
that too,
really
yeah.
well. But
Both.
Penix and McCarthy, 2 young quarterbacks, good defenses.
It's an interesting matchup for sure.
It really is. I'm going to go Minnesota. Man,
and they're both from the same draft class.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go Minnesota here. 34, Atlanta 30. Yeah. I like this game as well. All right, let's go to the AFC West here. The Chargers versus the Ken Fry's Las Vegas Raiders.
Chargers.
No faith in the Raiders this week?
It's not about faith. I thought Herbert.
We're talking roster.
Week.
We're talking roster, aren't we? We're talking roster here.
No, how they played
against the Chiefs. Yeah, you're right. 100%. I agree. 100%.
Good defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did they have people out? As many people out last week?
Who's that? The Chargers.
Well, yeah.
I didn't even look at theirs actually. I'm just
not
looking
the
Chargers.
At their opponent.
Raiders
last week. Yeah.
Oh no. Well,
last week.
Oh, Kansas City. I mean, they were missing Rashid Rice. A lot of players on the offense playing them, but the Chiefs. We talked about it, Dan, on paper with with Andy Reid, you don't know who you're playing. It doesn't matter who you're playing. They're always ready, but you got to give credit where credit's due, and that was Justin
Yeah.
Herbert. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I think Chargers.
I don't think they'll blow them out, but I think the Chargers will just win the game.
I think this game might be a blowout, Dan. I really think this is going to be a blowout. I really do. Now the Raiders do have some good weapons. Geno Smith looked good. Giante hasn't really shown what he is
but
yet.
their defense isn't amazing necessarily. It's a tough matchup.
It is. It is. I mean, to me, the factor is going to be Ladd McConkey catching that ball in the middle. Who's going to stay on him? He's hybrid. Justin Herbert, if he has a game like he did last week, I kind of like the Chargers big here. This might be the biggest scoring game to me, Dan. I'm going to go 41-23 Chargers here. I think they.
Man, Ken won't like that one.
I know he won't. I know Ken won't want.
He could agree though. Who knows?
Yeah,
I don't know what he said.
I'm going 40. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm going to go 41-23. 41-23 Chargers this week, Dan.
I'm going to go 34-24 Chargers.
34-24. Okay, now there is one game left in before we get out of here. That game is that is called the New York Giants visit the Dallas Cowboys. Let's take about 10 minutes and talk about this one, Dan. I'll let you, since you're the visiting team, I'll let you have the coin flip. You win, so you talk about those Giants, what they can do against the Cowboys.
Look like professional players on the offensive line and on offense.
Is that possible with Jingleheimer Schmidt, though?
I don't know. Bowen to be more aggressive and put Carter on the field to start the game, maybe.
Okay.
And not a 7th round pick or 6th round pick in over him.
Yeah.
I would like to see Bowen play more man defense, but I'm focused on the offense predominantly in this game. The offensive line and Russell Wilson and their run game. That's really all I'm looking at. If Russell Wilson can play well and not panic, and the offensive line plays well, if Thomas plays, but I'm afraid they're going to roll out Hudson again at the left tackle. They can't do that. If they do that, they're in trouble. And I wonder what JMS is going to do with Kenny Clark.
Okay, now I'm looking at the injury report here.
You got a big time problem with him.
Now, as it looks right now in the injury report, as of right now, Dan, on Thursday here at 7:00 p.m., Wan'Dale Robinson's questionable, Slayton is questionable, Andrew Thomas is questionable on the offensive side of the ball.
Probably.
They are. Now, are we looking at Andrew Thomas being 100%?
No.
No. Okay.
90.
90%. Okay.
He didn't play in the preseason all.
Right.
He didn't play a lot of padded practices, a lot really.
Mm-hmm.
So he's better than what we had there.
Okay.
But he's not going to be at the top of his game, but he'll be solid. He should be solid if he can play.
Okay. What do you feel about Scatterboo? Should he be getting more time? I mean, especially on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2.
I think so, but the offensive line was so atrocious last week they can't even really run the ball.
A lot of his runs were outside, and he was lowering his helmet on the outside runs.
I like the little play he had where he bounced off a guy and gained 6-7 extra yards.
Yeah.
And that's Scatterboo, but they didn't really run a lot of screens this game, which was surprising to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Scatterboo, I like Tracy, but not when you can't run block. They were running the ball last week. Every single double team they tried, Washington split it, or were going across the face of JMS, the face of Van Roten, the face of Runyon, throwing Hudson around. Like, that's what you're going to look for on offense. On your defense, if Kenny Clark wrecks shit the first play, we're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, if
they start out a series where they go 3 and out and Wilson panics with a clean pocket, runs into a sack, some stupid play call. They better have a good game plan for Dallas. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad they own Parsons, but the defense, I think, will take care of itself, but the offense is really what it's about for us.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of coverage sacks. I mean, if Russell Wilson's, he likes to roll out on the opposite bootleg side. If he does that, and Fowler, because last week Fowler didn't stay home against Jalen Hurts. If this week he stays home and contains the pocket, he's just going to run right into him. A linebacker should be in the middle if he climbs the pocket. He's got to make Russell Wilson, think about what he's going to do before he does it, number one. But the question I have for you, being on the opposite side of the fence here, Dan, how do you feel that Cordell Flott and Adebo is going to stick Pickens and CeeDee Lamb.
I think they need to play a lot of man defense, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Safeties over the top. I think in zone they'll get torched.
I agree too. Now, does Adebo switch
Unless
sides?
I don't have to go back and look, but
Okay. Because when I seen
yeah,
Flott stayed on one
think
side,
so.
I thought I seen Flott stay on one side.
But the
that's
problem
who knows
is,
that.
like, Banks is a man corner and he puts him in zone.
Right. Now, and if
He
your
put-
nickel, because your nickel's going to be surprising, because that's where we
Our
picked on
nickel
last
is
week.
Phillips.
Drew Phillips. Okay.
Drew Phillips and Newman and Holland.
Okay.
But what he did all game last week, one safety played man, one played zone. The whole game. Didn't blitz him, didn't call anything, like
Mhm.
have him come up to stop the run. Bowen was not creative whatsoever. And Holland and Newman are smart safeties.
Right.
And he's not, that's the problem with Bowen. He's not using his players to start the game last week. You're playing Washington. You've started to see how many seasons in a row losing week 1, right?
Okay.
You want to set a tone. Bowen doesn't put Carter on the field till like 6 plays into the game.
Okay.
5. So all I'm saying is I better see Carter in this game a lot.
I agree. I think to me, what Dallas struggles against is press coverage. On the line of scrimmage. If Adebo and Flott get up in Pickens and Lamb's face,
They have to.
Your front seven can get pressure, Dan. They're good. If they get pressure and play the right way, solid gap defense, they can get pressure on Dak
The
Prescott
question
and take that away.
is Bowen going to do that?
I don't know. That's the thing. We didn't.
He's soft.
He's very soft. He's very soft.
Like I don't know what he was doing with Carter, and Carter should not play 50% of the snaps only on defense because he's on special teams.
Agree. Now, okay, we know Deron Bland is going to be out this week. He's out 2 to 3 weeks with that foot injury he suffered in practice. Now, Elam steps in. Elam gave up the biggest play last week. A bomb to.
He might have
Jahan
trouble
Dotson.
with neighbors.
That's what I mean. Now, I did see that Diggs is going to be playing on one side. They're not going to switch sides. And hey, if the Giants
if he's not going to switch sides, and I'm putting neighbors on the other side predominantly the whole game.
That's the thing. And then of course you're going to have a safety over the top of that. And that's either going to be most likely.
Enough.
Yeah, that's going to be Donovan Wilson on the top side of that because Malik and I think Elam is a complete mismatch for you guys there.
Well, Malik Robinson, but I want the Giants to run a lot of screen game this game. I think they need to run screens a lot this game.
That's the one thing that we struggle against is a lot of screens. I mean, last
they did it in the preseason a shit ton. They did it like one time in the game versus Washington.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is,
like Washington, that play will work.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is too, Dan, you're slot guy. Is it going to be Wan'Dale Robinson? In a slot there.
Slayton.
It's going to be a good position for you guys because we have Trey Ziggy Bridges. From the pickup squad that we picked up off season, he's going to be our nickelback this week, Dan. Because Deron Bland's out, so it's going to be down to our third and fourth.
I like some of the matchups for the Giants, but the question is Dable going to take advantage of that?
Yeah, I think the key to the game is wide receiver play. How we're going to play the wide receiver position for us this week, and also how we can manipulate the offensive line of you, especially Jingleheimer Schmidt. That's where I'm going to see Kenny Clark and Odigizua in the middle. If that happens, first drive of the game, man, it could be something
will have issues up the middle.
That's Kenny Clark and Odigizua. I mean, our biggest boys in the middle.
Like, to be honest, like now after week 1, that's what we're JMS, Van Roten, Hudson. Yeah. I better not see him in the game. Illuminor probably played the best of all the linemen. Everyone else played like shit.
Yeah.
All of them.
What score do you have here, Dan?
I don't see the Giants winning this game.
I don't see them winning either, but I'm
going to say
division game though. That's all I'm going to say.
24-16 Dallas.
24-16. You got 8 points? Okay. All right.
I think they'll score a touchdown and 3 field goals or some shit. That's just my guess because
Okay.
I don't because even when we had Andrew Thomas, you destroyed our offensive line one day. Like if Andrew Thomas is playing, I feel a little better. Because when Andrew Thomas is out there, lost up there. So
Okay.
Aaron Thomas can help run you now, but JMS and Van Roten, you might see Neal or another center in there at some point.
Oof, it's gonna get that bad,
Well,
possibly.
because if JMS struggles like he did last week, you can't have him in there.
Oh, you can't. No, no.
You're gonna have him in there versus Kansas City? Like, no way.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
It's the same
What
old
I
bullshit.
definitely see is CD at least scoring one touchdown over 120 yards.
He always scores a touchdown versus
Yeah,
all the fucking no
and,
matter what.
especially coming off last week, the way
Always.
he played, Dan. The way he played last week, it's just something to prove right
But
now.
Neighbors also didn't play well either, so I'm looking for Neighbors to have a big game. I'm looking for
Yeah,
him to step it up. But it starts with their offensive line and Russell Wilson playing the right way. Because I wonder if they struggle all for half,
yeah,
if Dable might do it, and you know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna go. God, man, that's
I don't think they'll score 30 on us because I think the Giants' defense is atrocious.
yeah. I agree. That's one of the things I'm looking at. The defense, man. The defense is good if the pressure is there. Can the rookie hold up? You know, the outside edge is Terrence Steele versus your outside. Guyton played really well last week off the edge. To me, Dallas does have letdown games, especially division games where they play down to standards. But I think Dallas has a lot to prove. You know, the radar isn't on Dallas this year. It's still talking about
No,
Michael Parsons. So I'm going to go Dallas here. Last year's has been blowout, dance, but I don't think it's a blowout. I'm going to go
no,
33. I'm going to go 33-23. I think it's a 10-point game. 33-23.
no. I
Yeah.
think it could be possible. Giants don't really get blown out at all. They lose by 10 points,
Yeah.
7 points, 9, a lot. This like something like that.
Yeah. I don't think
But
it's that
for
bad.
us, it comes down to our offense. It's
Gotcha.
plain and simple, and it sucks to say it, but it's the same old story again.
Agree.
4 years, fourth year's regime, and they haven't been able to fix the offensive line yet.
Agree.
They
100%.
haven't been able to do it
Yep.
for 10 years.
Before we get out of here, Dan, what's your game of the week? Opposite of us. We
Oh,
can't
my
pick
game
ours.
of the week?
Yep, your game of the week if you could have one game on the network,
Fuck.
Dan, one game only, who you watching?
Oh, that's a different question.
One
I
game, Dan. One
say-
game only.
I'm gonna say
I'll give you mine. Buffalo Jets.
that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna say
I can't wait for that game.
Vikings, Falcons.
Okay, I like that game as well. I got
It's prime
Buffalo and the
time,
Jets,
too.
and then I like those two games. I like them as well. But Dan, before we get out of here, listen, you got to make sure you reach out to my guy here, Jason Fine, 1-800-123, Attorney Big Al, Motor Vehicle Accident, Slip and Ball, Workman's Comp, 3 convenient locations throughout Pennsylvania and Jersey. In New Jersey is Cherry Hill, in Pennsylvania is Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Make sure you reach out to 1-800-HURT-123. Mention Out of the Box Sports Entertainment for your family discount, 33 and a third percent. No recovery, no fee. Also, here is our schedule for the rest of the week. Right after this, in about 25 minutes, it is going to be the Thursday Night Football preview, Commanders, Packers, and also a recap tonight. Tomorrow night, we have College Football Frenzy and the preview Giants and Cowboys. Dan, well, let me know if you're available to hop on that. Maybe we'll do that Sunday if you're free on Sunday. How you feel about Sunday?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna be
We'll do
watching
that-
the game
yeah, we'll do
anyway,
that.
so I'm
We'll
not
do
doing
that
anything
Sunday.
before the game.
We'll do that Sunday. And also, guys,
Glad
this is
it won.
Yeah, exactly. And this is back Saturday, guys. It's big game Saturday night. Notre Dame is playing Texas A&M. It's every Saturday, 11 o'clock and 30 minutes
It's a
post game.
big game.
Definitely is. The Notre Dame cannot drop down to 0-2.
Notre Dame needs one thing: run the football.
Yeah, they did not use Jaden Price
Run the
last
ball.
week, and they didn't do Jeremiah Love last week, and they ran their quarterback.
They didn't run the ball for like the first 10 plays of the game or some shit.
and the whole rest of the game, Dan, they use C.J. Carr. He's not Riley Leonard. He's wetting
Why
every way.
why are they doing that?
Amazing.
Like stop being.
It's-
I don't mean to get off topic, but stop being afraid.
Yeah, it pissed
Let
me
it
off.
sling.
It pissed me off, Dan. It really did 100%.
God, the
You have
conservative
arguably the top two running
crap.
backs as a combo in college football, and you don't even use the guys. 10 carries between the two. It just doesn't work out when your quarterback
makes
gets
no
13
sense.
carries, and your quarterback gets 13 carries. It makes
Well,
no
we'll see.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, Dan, I've got one last comment here. That is a bullshit
Nope.
comment. No
Yep.
bullshit comment. So that is cool. Thanks for checking in. Dan, we'll get out of here, brother. We'll be back next week to recap week 2 and look on ahead to week 3. So appreciate you, brother, and I will see you. And if you're out there and you're watching this show and you like what you see, just make sure you subscribe. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Until then, have a great night, everybody.
Gang strong, let's break the mold. Chasing the stories yet untold. Passion ignites like a blazing fire. Knowledge takes us higher, higher. Out of the box where the wild ones play. We see the game in a whole new way. Living loud, hearts in motion. Sports with soul, pure devotion. The field's alive with endless dreams. We're more than stats, we're the in-between. A slam dunk thought, a touchdown mind. Out of the box every time. No limits, no change, no walls to climb. We're rewriting